Hi everybody, Aaron Warner here. I thought that I would take a quick minute and just give you guys an update on Pixwalla. It's been about a month since we did our launch, and I thought it would be proper for me to give everybody an update and kind of go back and discuss for a quick second what we started with, where we're at, and where we're going. And hopefully by the time you're done with this video, you'll have some insight into what's happening with Pixwalla. So to begin with, anytime you launch a product, the main thing is to really watch the numbers on that product and see how well it's converting, what the feedback is, and you're constantly absorbing that, and you're looking at those metrics to be able to know how to position yourself or make adjustments as you move your product out to market. The nice thing is we've been tracking this since the beginning, and we've got those indicators set up, and they tell us a lot of data. And I'm going to jump over there and kind of explain some of this to you. So first off, let me jump into our funnel visualization. We started out launching our first funnel, which was actually it was the earn.pixwalla page. And what we discovered when we launched that page was that it was not converting. And so as much work and as pretty as it was and all the stuff we put into it, we realized that's not going to work. And so then we designed out a sales funnel that we launched, and we were watching the numbers on this, and it was incredible, the pull-through rate on this thing. It was pulling people from opting in to putting in their cell phone number to clicking the link to go to the webinar, and it was incredible numbers that it was pulling through. But then they would hit this webinar at the end of the funnel, and they would bounce out of it. Like instantly, they were bouncing at the 2-minute and 30-second mark, just bouncing right out of the funnel, out of the webinar funnel. So we immediately started working on a new webinar format. And what I did was, guys, there are some incredible experts in the industry, and we don't want to always take the attitude that we know everything, right? We may have read things, we may have learned things, and so I realized that I need to go back, dust off the shelves, pull out the books on marketing, go back to the videos and the audios and the podcasts, and of course, I was led back to one of my favorite marketers out there, who's Russell Brunson. And for some of you that have subscribed to some of his content, it's just amazing. And his principles that he teaches are just awesome. But I went back to his setup of how to configure and set up a webinar, and we started modeling a brand new webinar presentation from the actual guide, step-by-step how to do it. And so we came out with our new webinar, and we launched it last Wednesday. And what I saw now, what's happened from this new webinar just blows me away in numbers. And I want to kind of show you this. Now, keep in mind, we're a new company. I'm not here to pretend that we're growing at a rapid rate and that we've got millions of people coming at us. No, we're talking about starting as a Genesis group, getting our funnels in place, getting our conversions in place, and working together for the goal so that in a month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 5 month, 1 year, 2 years from now, this thing is humming like a awesome machine. And so every day we push this ball a little bit further down the hill, right? And then it starts rolling on its own soon. And so with this change of this new funnel, I could not be happier with the results, guys. And I want to show you this, because one thing I've learned in marketing is, as much as you think you like something or you don't like something, or that's not going to work and that will work, you can guess all day long on that. And at the end of the day, the numbers are going to tell you whether or not that works or whether or not that was a good idea. And numbers don't lie. So we have to get over our attitudes or opinions, and we have to go back to the numbers, because the numbers will tell us what converts, what doesn't convert. And that's what I want to show you guys on this. So it's interesting, because I'm going to pick on Troy for a minute. And Troy, I hope you watch his video and you comment below. If you don't comment below, then we know you didn't watch it. But Troy's one of the original people in Pixwalla. And when we first rolled out this funnel, he said, "Aaron, there's too many steps. Nobody's going to go through that. This is a lot of stuff they've got to go through." And I say, "Well, Troy, We do that on purpose because it creates commitment in the funnel process. And it also is used as a qualifier of traffic. And so when I explained that to him, he's just like, yeah, I don't see that working. Well, we launched this funnel and the pull-through rates are higher than other funnels I've ran. A lot of other funnels I've ran, the pull-through rates are incredibly higher, which means it's qualifying the traffic. And that, to me, that was like, wow. And so, Troy, I don't want to say I told you so, but as you watch this, you're gonna see these numbers and you're just gonna shake your head and go, what just happened? Because they're awesome. So what I have here, guys, is we're running everything through Google Analytics, so we're able to see. This is a go flow. So this is our sales funnel, right? And you guys are able to see this. Now, given we're not crushing it like we want to be, but we're accomplishing some incredible things here. And for some of you marketers out there, you'll get this. So in this funnel, we have 580 visitors to the funnel. That's not a lot, guys. I could run solo ads in one day and get that many visitors, but I want to show you what happens, okay? 580 visitors hit this website, right? 460 bounce out. And you go, well, that kind of sucks. Yes, we could probably work a little bit on that first video on the sales funnel. And we probably will to increase this number, because as we increase this number here in the front, it's going to increase this number, that's going to increase this number, that's going to increase this number, and this number. So this is our sales funnel. And let me run through the funnel real quick. Somebody comes to the first video and they watch it, and then they continue and they have to put in their cell phone number to get sent an SMS message with a special call-in number. And then what happens is they go to the next step where they go in and they get that number, they listen to the call, then they go to the point to where they want to schedule a call with the person or request to be able to view the webinar. So then they opt into the webinar screen where they actually watch the webinar, and then from the webinar they go, and if they like what they see, they go over and hit the Join Now button to join Pixwalla, whereby they end up becoming a customer. So this is our sales funnel, right? And so as you look at this, let me talk about some of these numbers. If we took this first video and we made it better, and I tested that and I could see that our pull-through was higher than 20%, let's say I got a pull-through of 40%, that would double all of these numbers down here. So you could see how making one tweak to the funnel makes a huge difference to the end result. But I want to show you what's happening here. So we had 580. I'm perfectly happy with the 20% pull-through on that first video. I'm happy, but it could be better, right? But let me go down. So we have 131 of those people out of the 580 that take the next step, right? We're qualifying the people. So out of that next step, those 131 people that hit that page, 54 of them, look at the conversion here, 41% of those people decide to move forward with the funnel after hearing it and looking at what's required of them. They go, well, I think I'll put my phone number in and see what this is about. So they opt in at this point in time, a 41% opt-in rate from that traffic. That's unheard of, guys. That is freaking awesome, right? So then out of that 41% opt-in rate, we get down to the screen where they schedule their call, and this is where they have to opt in to view the webinar. So we have 57.81% opt-in into our webinar. Again, a number that I don't even think on my best day I could improve. It's just awesome. And then, of course, they hit the webinar screen where we have 22% of them bounce over to the Join Now page. 22% from the people that watch the webinar actually go to sign up. And then they hit our sign up page where they bounce out. And we actually had 1.85% that actually sign up. So I look at this and I go, guys, this is an incredible funnel to be promoting and pushing, because at the end of the day, for every 580 people that go through it, I'm going to end up with 54 of them hitting my Join Now page. Now, I ask you the question. In a previous company my brother and I ran, it was in the mortgage space. We ran it for 13 years. We did close to $14 million in revenue. And in all those years, we had a call center. We would push. I mean, we were doing calls left and right, doing presentations, selling our product. In all those years, how many people do you think just went to our website and signed up for our service? Do you know in 13 years, we probably had 3 people do that without at least talking to them? Now, given our system was set up that we wanted to talk to them because we wanted to board them and make them feel good as a customer, but in all that time, that many people just, because not everybody wants to just join on their own. Some people may go, I don't know if I can do this. I might have some questions and so forth, right? And or they just want to make sure they talk to somebody to know it's real and to reconfirm their buying decision. What my point is 54 people were to that point in this funnel. 54, and then three of them go ahead and buy. But out of this 54, how many of these people do you think were to the point of purchasing and had somebody just intersected with them at that moment, had somebody just text them at that moment, say, hey, I noticed you're on my webinar. Do you have a quick second we can talk? How many of these people right here would have purchased the product had somebody engaged with them? I will probably say close to 50% of them, if not more, would have purchased, which would have pushed our funnel sales to 28 people that would have been loaded into the matrix. Do you see where I'm getting at, guys, on this? We are working, and we've got this dialed in. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. This we utterly fell on. We are failing at contacting our leads and signing them up. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't know what to say, or I'm afraid to talk to somebody, or are they really interested? Guys, if you get an email lead that says somebody went through your funnel, they went from here all the way to here. Do you think they're interested? Do you think that they're at least raising their hand saying, I've got a little bit of interest in what you're doing? Of course they are. You shouldn't be afraid to call them. Number one. If you don't want to call them, shoot them a text message and say, hey, thanks for checking out my video on the funnel. What do you think of this? Isn't this a cool product? And if you throw that trial close in your text, what do you think of this? Isn't this a cool product? Then they go, yes, it is cool. When they respond, and they're already saying yes to you in the process. So think about some of those items that you've learned over the years. But here is another thing, guys, and I guess my point in just putting this video out there is to say we've come a long way in a month. In a month's time, we went from an offer that was utterly failing to a funnel that's now bringing the lead to the point to where we can contact them and close them. All we need now is people that are willing and want to pick up the commissions on those leads, that's willing to look at this and go, yeah, you know what? I'll send 580 people through that funnel all day long if it means I'm going to get 54 leads out of it that I can go ahead and call and close. 54 leads. Had you stuck the 500 people through your funnel and you got the 54 leads out of it, and you called those people the moment they were going through their funnel when they were the hottest, and you didn't wait, you'd have 25 more people in your matrix, 25 people you're earning income off of every month. So 25 people that's building their matrix. So you have some really cool options there. Sorry for the pop-ups, guys, on that. So here's my second thing I want to talk about in our update. So number one, we're kicking butt, guys. As Pixwalla, we are moving in the right direction. You can see we're moving in the right direction. This train is going down the tracks. And either you have to decide, I want to jump on this train and ride with it and learn and do the things, or you have to decide this isn't for me and you go somewhere else. But what's cool is the numbers can tell you, yes, I have faith in this system. I have faith in this product because I can see it's even more than faith. It's now knowledge. I can see that out of 580 people, 120 of them will go in through the funnel and they will complete the process all the way down, and a percentage at the end will spit out in the form of a sell. So you can see that that's happening. It's awesome. And this is the funnel. And again, our funnel was designed and modeled after the funnel webinar, the webinar funnel format that's used in Brunson's book. And so don't think too much into it. Don't try to overanalyze it. Don't be opinionated on our funnel. Just go with the numbers and know where they convert, and that's where it'll save you a lot of energy and time. And so with that being said, I want to ask you a question. One of the biggest questions that I always want to know is, where's this traffic coming from and what's their interest? Because if I know what they're interested in, it can help me close a sale and sign up the person. And so if I come over here to behavior and Let me just jump over here to audience real quick. Let me go to our audience analytics, and I'm just going to click on audience, and I'm going to go to interest actually. Let me go to interest here on the audience, and let's go over to overview. Let me see. Okay, overview. Okay, so Google Analytics is awesome because it tells you, it'll give you the interest of the people that are going through your funnel. And so I can look at this and it tells me exactly what type of people are hitting my funnel. Do you know 12% of the people running through my funnel, you know what they're interested in? Business and industrial, small business, MLM, and business opportunities. Right there. These people are already qualified for our offer. They're already, one of their biggest interests is business opportunities. So you're talking about receiving an audience that's already interested in your product and what we have to offer. The next one down, 5%, is affiliate programs. So you're talking about close to, that's almost 6%. This is almost, that's more around 12, so 6 and 12. You're talking about close to 18% of the traffic hitting our website is already interested in affiliate programs and business opportunities. Interesting, huh? The next one is job listings right here. Job listings. So you take another 4%, you're bouncing over 20, 22, 23% of the funnel at this point in time of the traffic coming through your funnel is in need of money. They're looking for job listings. They love affiliate programs, and they love business opportunities. See that? And that's 25% of the traffic that's running through your funnel. The rest of it, social networks, entertainment news, phone service providers, and so forth. You can see that. Now coming over here in market segments, what do we have here? 7% of them, marketing services, advertising. So we have 7% of our funnel that's actually interested in the product, the marketing side of it. So not only can we capture the enthusiast that wants to go out there and build a business, but there's a huge percentage of people that want to use this as a tool. And then we come down here to employment. Another 6% in this market segment is interested in employment again. They want to make money online. And as you go down here, business services, advertising and marketing, 5%. Business services and technology, 4%. And so I guess my point is, guys, is we've got qualified traffic. You can't get better qualified traffic. We have an engine that you can literally flip a button and have leads instantly delivered to you. You have a sales funnel, guys, that you can look at and you can see exactly where that, let me go down here again to conversions, and let me go to our goals. Let me go to funnel visualization, and we now have a funnel that we're tracking the pull-through rates on and seeing exactly where we go. And this is interesting, goal flow. Do you guys realize, let me show you the goal flow real quick. This is our funnel right here going left to right. You can see the traffic, and I can say, okay, I want to see how much of this traffic goes through, and I can see where it bounces from where it goes, right? And these are tools that are available to you through Google Analytics when you run any type of offer online and you want to take the time to set it up. But I can look at this and I can see that out of these visitors, this many went to that step, this many went to that step, and so forth. Do you realize that a week ago, this was a sliver? It wasn't even green. I couldn't even see this step here. And now with the new funnel, look how big that step has gotten. It goes to show you how much that funnel has improved over the last week. I hope you can see how awesome this is, and I hope for some of you numbers guys can wrap your head around this and why this is so powerful. Because if you could take these numbers and then put everybody in your matrix and your downlines running the same funnel, pushing it out there, your conversions and sales could go out the roof. Now I want to talk about that real quick, and then I'll end on this because I don't want this to be it's already a long video, but I want you to think about something. Okay. If you've got a funnel that's already warming the people up and is already creating leads, then the only obstacle you have is to call those leads, right? Or to contact those leads. And if you fail at that, you're going to have zero success, right? If you don't have a plan in place to work the leads, that is the problem. Here isn't getting the leads. The problem isn't qualifying the traffic. The problem isn't having these leads go through all the different segments of the funnel. The problem that you have is how do you take a lead that's warmed up and actually close them and put them into the platform? And that, guys, comes down to some very simple closing principles. We're talking to these people, and that's opening up the door and inviting them in to participate in answering their questions and being that person there for them. And there's different ways you do that. You can call them, but they're not going to recognize your caller ID, and it'll probably go to voicemail, right? You'll go, man, I called all the leads and nobody responded. You can email them, and the emails might go into the junk mail folder. Or you can use the Pixwalla Pro system, which has an entire SMS engine built into it, and you can manually enter in the leads into that SMS system. I know it's a lot of work, but if you run an ad and you get 25 leads, it'll probably take you maybe 30 seconds per lead. It may take you 15 minutes to enter in all the data, and then you can blast out a text message, or you can simply send them an email or send them a text message. If they don't respond via text message, then you can send them out an email or call them, and then if they don't respond calling, then send them an email and just hit them with three forms of information. The next thing I would do with that lead is I would take that lead and I would put it into my back office in Pixwalla. I would actually log into my Pixwalla back office, and there's a button called Add Lead, and I would make sure I add that lead into my Pixwalla back office, and I would mark them as a hot contact. And I'll actually go over to Pixwalla and I'll show you how to do that. Inside of Pixwalla, I would go into my lead area. I would click this Add Lead right there, and I would, let me turn that off real quick. Oh my goodness, Slack. Let me just turn that off. I would hit the Add Lead button right here, and I would add that lead to my system, and I would then mark that lead as a hot lead. And by doing that, I would be able to, it'll show up here underneath sales stage. It would say hot here in the sales stage, or scheduled calls or whatever. And then I would put my notes in there on that individual person. So that's what I would do if I were working that system. Now this is my cousin's back office. I probably shouldn't be showing that, but that's what I would be doing to manage those leads and take care of them. So one last thing I'm going to leave on is, everybody goes, well, I've got to run a solo ad. I'm going to go sign up for Udemy. You can do that, and you can get some awesome results. But you can also go place a Craigslist ad in the wanted sections. If you remember, the analytics said that these people are looking for employment, affiliate, opportunity, right? There's going to be a percentage of them that's interested in increasing their standard of living. And so run an ad in Craigslist employment section. It'll cost you $30 to place an ad, I believe, $25, something like that. But that ad's going to be running for 30 days. So for the next 30 days, you're going to be getting leads off of that. And you could write up an ad, and I sent one over to Derek, my cousin, this morning, because he was going to do this. But he did one that says, let me go up here, and I will, let me close that down. All right, oops. All right, anyhow, I don't have that. Actually, it's in Skype. Let me jump over here, Skype. Yeah, so I said, here's an ad. It could be something as, hey guys, I was looking for work just like you when a friend shared this with me. It has turned my life around. If you're looking for a great opportunity, check this out, and then put your link or your domain name in there and run that ad, and you'll have a percentage of people. And that ad may not convert as well as maybe something you come up with, but you can put an ad out there as my point, and you could be bringing that in. Now, here's the other thing is, if you come over here to the free classifieds, I went to Google and I typed in free classified ad sites. And I want you to look at these top 12 free classified ads, 12 free classified ad sites, top 70 best free classified ad sites, classified free ads, ultimate list of free classified ad sites. What are the top most read? So there's sites out there with classified ads that you can put your information in. You can also pay. And when you pay, then, because all the free sites are just bombarded with opportunities, right? But when you go to some of the sites where you have to actually pay, and whether it's $10 to pay or $30 to pay, then all of a sudden it filters a lot of that garbage out, and your ad sits there among really good high quality ads, and you end up getting really good conversions off of it. So keep in mind, most of these ad sites will run your ad for 30 days, and you might spend $30, but it ends up that it's big payoff because you've got an active ad out there driving traffic to your offer for the next 30 days. Now, if you get leads coming in, the last thing I want to just mention is make sure, guys, that you load up some credits. Go out there and buy your credits here because you're missing out on a huge opportunity. A couple of people, I'll give you 2 examples. There's one person on Pixwalla went out and purchased the leads and ran his ad, and he got something like 150 leads off of it with phone numbers and everything. Well, actually, he got like 400 leads, but a good 150 really good leads. The other person ran their ad, the same ad in Udemy, and ended up getting like 12 leads off of it, but didn't have any credits loaded in. And so that's the difference, is you've now got 150 people that you can reach out to and work with versus 12 people. Even though those 12 people are really good people and they went through his funnel and they opted in and they watched the webinar, those are still really good leads, but you want to build up as much volume in leads as you can to get higher results. So make sure you order up some traffic before you start your marketing. And that's as simple as placing the order. We will be coming out with smaller packages in the future. We're negotiating that right now with the lead providers. With the data providers. We do use data engines for this, so it comes at a cost. So I'm working on that. Some of them have minimum buy-ins and stuff like that, and that's why our packages start at $150. But once I get that negotiated, we should have packages that start at $30 and go up, is our plan. But anyhow, that, guys, is our update. It's been a crazy month. I feel like we've made some huge progress. What's coming up in the future for Pixwalla? We're going to start highlighting. Our goal is to start building out funnels that can go out to individual markets or industries. For instance, a funnel that's built and designed for the mortgage industry, one that's designed for real estate, one that's designed for insurance. You see where I'm going with this? So that you can market to other industries than just a Udemy or opportunity seekers. We had to get opportunity first because that's our sales force, right? As a company, we want people out there that are motivated and interested in pushing the product. So that's who we go after first. But once we've got those people, we start rolling out these other funnels that are geared towards industries, and then our sales team and our sales force can take that out to these industries and start bringing on customers and clients that are interested in the technology and product. So that's what's coming on the horizon. That's what's about to come out. The next thing that we're working on that's coming out is our new website. And I'm not even going to put a spoiler out there other than just saying it will blow you away. It's so beautiful. But that's coming out as well as our new website. We're also David, I don't know, I haven't mentioned David much in the post, but he's in our back office, always working hard and cranking away on the relationship side and the business side of things. And he's actually just today informed me that we might have a new data partner that could open up several new data products that we can offer out to the market, which is going to be just awesome if we're able to put that together. So things like this are going on in the back office. Very, very cool stuff. It's just the whole idea of the technology. We've got a product that's absolutely people are interested in. They're taking action with it. They're signing up and using it. We've got affiliates now boarding. We've got our back office that you can log into and track your downlines and your sales and your commissions, and that's going to continue to grow. It's just some neat stuff. I hope everybody's just as excited as I am, and you just look back over this last month and realize how far we've come. Because some of you might be sitting there going, I'm not really doing anything with this. I'm telling you, step up and get engaged and do something, because the ball is moving, as you can see with the analytics and just how far we've come this last month. And imagine where we're going to be in 6 months from now. This is the time, guys, to get involved, jump in, run your campaign, sign up your friends, get your family members to take a look at this. If you know anybody that owns a business, they should be using Pixwalla as a customer. They don't have to be an affiliate. They can be a pure customer and just use the technology. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. But get as many people on board right now. Now's the time to do it. We need to just rock and roll and launch this thing in a huge way. We will be planning an official launch date. Right now, we're all pre-launch. We're all Genesis users. And we'll probably do a workshop or a conference or a meetup in Las Vegas for those that are in the area that want to come out to it and have a little get-together party out there for our nice group of Genesis users, but something that I'd love to have each one of you out to, and we'll have more details on that in the future as well. But just some fun stuff in the works. So appreciate it, guys. I'll stop there, but it's been a great month, is all I have to say. Commissions are going to be paid out today and tomorrow. So you'll be getting a contact from me with some instructions on how to receive those. And then next month, we're going to be setting up most likely through iPayout or Stripe Connect. We're still looking at both models and choosing which one's going to be most optimized for our product and our audience. So anyhow, thank you guys and have a wonderful week. Let's start it right and go out there and rock and roll. Thanks. Bye-bye.